It's the Caitlin MTG Show.
You certainly have some draws where you only have like 2 or 3 lands where I could see Exploration not doing much. There's a lot where like it would just do a lot to declunkify a hand. I could even see like pitching Spirit Guide to play Exploration turn 1 and then play like a tapped Cloudpost and a Vesuva or something. Kill with power. So now we have 4 mana available, but we do not have that green for Soy Mycospawn anymore. We went from 2 green sources to 0 with that crop rotation. Hey, IR15, these are the Soblings are sharing that prime. Hey, there we go. 1 mana away from a sweet Mycospawn. If I get a 3rd Cloudpost here, then I have 9 mana towards Ulamog. That's mighty tempting. If I get Yavimaya, then I have, like, crop rotation for another Wasteland. The basic planes is making me think that they are not a Force of Will deck. I'm just going to grab the Yavimaya. So if you get the Cloudpost here, then you rip an untapped land for the Ulamog, you feel like a god. But we can also, like, crop rotation sacking the Yavimaya and get Cloudpost to their EOT if we change our minds. Nexus does not let me hold up crop rotation. Does not give green this turn on the opponent's turn. If they try to wasteland me, it doesn't do the thing that you're saying. Now we're seeing blue mana. Hopefully I'm not wrong. I mean, I can wait one more turn. Wait until they're in turn. No force of will blocks. Nice. Really tempting to hit 2 lands there. Thinking about Dismember, Veil of Summer, and more Disruptor Flutes, huh? Disruptor Flute hitting Wasteland is pretty good. I'm going to leave Vexing Bauble to deal with Force of Will and not bring in Veil of Summers. Kozilek's Command just answers a 5/5 pretty easy. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about Dismember. We might get Merfolked. That blue Magus of the Moon. The commands have been decent so far, Artelas. I had an opponent play a Magus of the Moon, and I was able to spit out some colorless sources in response. In this version, I cut Karns too, so like the Kozilek's Command helped me find the gas. Turn 1 untapped green source would be pretty sexy. Oh well. Yeah, I like that for us. That exploration was going to be sick, right? We would have been able to play Vesuva, copying Cloudpost this turn. I think I like exploration a lot. Food for me? I got some brats here. I got some broccoli. This is a sick dinner. Very Wisconsin. So we just play Myco Spawn here and go tutor up a land. I am a little worried about that Merfolk come. Maybe I shouldn't be, but like I could leave up command to try and play around it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just gonna go get a wasteland here and put them down to one land. Is there a modern version of the stack? Sort of, not really. So the issue in modern is the mana base, right? We're using Urza's Tower plus Planar Nexus. Planar Nexus doesn't exist in modern, and Cloudpost doesn't exist in modern. There are ramp decks in modern that do a lot of what this is doing. Like, for example, this is the deck that I've been kind of playing in modern lately, and you can see we once again have 4/1 rings, 4 Myco spawns, but you have to do a different mana base, right? You have different accelerants in the mana base and such. But they have like this core of cards. Did not want to see a blue fetch. Do we go for it? Do we go for it anyway? I guess I might as well. Play a land. Be able to pay for days. Went to exploration turn 1. Because I thought I was going to be crop rotationing. And then I chose not to. That's the main reason. Might have been wrong. If I had exploration, though, then I could have played the Ayabugan this turn, too. But I would have been exposed to Wasteland, right? I guess. I mean, I could have gone Forest Exploration and then just not played an extra land. And then the next turn, play the tower, sack the Forest to crop rotation. Still able to play the Ayabugan. Yeah, that would have been good. I think that was the actual deal line. Outside chance that Exploration would have eaten something, too. This is sick. I get to play a tower and a Planar Nexus here. Yeah. I don't know what the Mega Spawn's supposed to grab, whether it should be a Cloudpost or a tower here. I think this exploration's really good. That's how I feel about it. They've fetched basics, which makes me a little wary about back to basics. Something to think about with Force of Vigor. We haven't actually seen anything though. I don't like boarding in stuff for like maybes, right? You can certainly play Tabernacle if you want, Remnant. I think the stock lists play it, but this is just like what I have built in paper. Minus the explorations, I need to buy some. Is that card $1 billion? Probably not, huh? It's like 15 bucks. Oh, I got some reprints. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, the One Ring is not cheap. One cool thing about it here, though, is that it's also a modern staple, right? Like I said earlier, I'm playing like 12 of these cards in my modern deck too right now. I've shown the modern list. It's this. It's ramp with Emeralds. Just Eldrazi stuff. Yeah, Spirit Guide versus Days. Oh my god. What did I lose to in the Creator Clash thing? Oh, with the Reanimator deck? I lost to, or I'm sorry, not Reanimator. With the this deck, I lost to Jim Davis doing Through the Breach Emrakul. If I was worried about that matchup, I'd be playing some, like, I don't know, some Thought Knot Seers or something. I'm definitely not going to be playing this sideboard card, or this sideboard at Gen Con. I'm not expecting mills. I'm going to cut this stuff. I really liked Quad Summer. And the deck creator, the creator of this list, is currently off Blood Moons, so maybe I'll cut them. But I did like them against Jeskai. Which means you also get to cut the wastes, right, if you got the Blood Moons. Which means you can play a few more action spells in the main deck. I think I'd play some Needle shit for, in an attempt to slow down Nadu. Some Needle effects. Could crop rotation again. Or cycle a Kozilek's Command. I think I'm just supposed to pass here. Yeah, you can find it in my modern lists and Angry Jack. I've also tweeted about it when I was playing that modern thing. But if you just use like the deck command here, then you click on my Moxfield link, and that all my lists come up. Put on Jam and some Stifle Knot. So turn 1 Blood Moon. It is not. We can keep playing. Hey, Captain Red, thanks for the $5. Let's play a song request. Captain says, let's introduce you to these guys. Symphonic / prog metal vibes. Nice mix of instrumentation and vocal styles. Sweet, let's check them out. I don't think Wastelanding here is very good. This Gorilla Shaman's just going to spit out treasure every turn. So I'd kind of be like wasting myself more. I guess Kozilek's Command could exile one. You just make it on Sunday. Fancy art. One of my favorite things about visiting England was the Sunday roasts they had. How that was just like a national thing. On Sunday, we just have Thanksgiving food. Yeah? Okay. Gravy bread, turkey, roast veggies, whole spread. You're defrosting some steak? Hell yeah. You always thought Sunday roast was a Midwest thing? I grew up in the Midwest. I never heard about it until I was in England. Is it a religious thing? Yeah, I think it was my favorite part about English cuisine. I had a shitload of tea when I was in England, too. And I liked how accessible it was, like how there was just tea everywhere, but I didn't think it was, like, super amazing tea or whatever. I think Urza's Tower is probably my best rip here, huh? It could let me play a Myco Spawn, go get a second tower. And then I'd fire off this flute. And Crop Rotation would let me do the same thing by letting me convert the forest to the Yavimaya. Interesting. It's a flute off. Well, that's a fun baseline. I would like to name Blood Moon, but I'm going to just name Broadside here. Make sure it doesn't fucking kill me super fast. Alright, well. Yeah, well, we do have a Besieger in here. I guess I'll keep playing. I could have cracked Bobble to try and find another One Ring, I guess. I'm fine scooping there. Post-board, they're also going to have Magasin, so Dismember makes sense. Vexing Bobble hits Chrome Mox, which is, like, pretty important, but maybe I don't want them. We listened to the Olympics opening ceremony. I went and checked that out, the Gojira track. Pretty fucking sweet. Apparently it was a cover of it was their version of a French Revolutionary song. And they worked with a famous French composer on it. And then when they performed, they had a famous French opera singer providing some vocals. So, like, a pretty cool collaboration of effort. And, like, the venue was really sick. It is indeed a Gojira-friendly stream. And the venue, the building that they played on, was apparently like relevant for oh, what was her name? Marie Antoinette, was that it? The French ruler that got beheaded. It was like the place that she was at before they brought her out for the beheading. You want to cut Bajuku? We could. You didn't know Gojira was French? Yeah. I did, but mostly because I'd like seen them live a few times. Heard their accents. I think this hand's sick. I don't think I'm going to cast this Once Upon a Time. At least not turn 1. I could save it to like pitch the Force of Vigor, right? Shit, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That sounds very similar to my first metal show. Were they opening for Amon Amarth and Children of Bodom? When was that fucking tour? I think that was 2006. Trivium, gotcha. Am I any closer to figuring out what I want to play at Gen Con? I mean, I had a deck idea that I was like considering, and I figured out that I did not want to play that. Yeah, I'm gonna play the One Ring anyway, even though they've got this Disruptor Flute here. So I was looking at like 3 different decks, and I removed one of them from the thing. I can also like bring both decks to Gen Con and play both of them, like alternate. That might be more fun for me. There's a lot of mana. What do I do with all this? You own 2 Paper Legacy decks? One of them I'm borrowing a few cards for. And the other one is the cheapest playable deck in Legacy of all time, basically. Yeah, what does Moxfield say this deck's worth? A grand? Yeah, a grand is not bad for Legacy. But in terms of building the deck, I already had the One Rings and Karns and Kozilek's Commands and Force of Vigors for standard, or I mean modern. And then I had like Emeralds from my cube. So I really just like had to order like a couple of Vesivas and the Cloudposts and stuff, which just dirt cheap, right? Just absolutely cheap. In terms of like porting a modern deck to Legacy, this is as cheap as it ever got for me. Not sure if I want to pitch a Spirit Guide to besiege you, or just play the Forest. Save the Spirit Guide. Let's do the Spirit Guide thing. Oh, I should have Spirit Guided out the Exploration. Then I could have Towered plus Glimmer Post. That would have been sick. What should we tap in for right now? 10 plus 3. So if I crop rotation for the eye, I can't really like do that much. I think I'm just going to Kozilek's Command here for a bunch. Yeah, half the deck's just the rings, exactly. Did I been in exploration? I should have kept that. I could have spear guided it out. Can you control C scribe? Maybe. I didn't care that much. This is the first opponent that's made me play out the win. Kind of fun. Whee! I was starting to wonder if like Emrakul even belonged in the deck. I'm like, why am I playing this card? Everyone always scoops when I've got all this shit. On the draw, Vexing Bauble gets even worse. Almost like a Veil of Summer just to pitch to Force of Vigor. I'm currently not playing Karn, the Bez. I cut Karn for exploration. What matchup does Vexing Bauble help with? Most of them. The fast mana decks are playing cards like Lion's Eye Diamonds and Moxit and stuff, and those are all terrible matchups. And then the control decks are all playing Force of Wills. And the deck to beat in the format is playing Force of Will, Grief, and Daze. So just a ass load of free spells. Kind of a rough stack of cards. I guess next turn we can Ayabugan and then Sowing. That's better, right? I almost want to get Planar Nexus because it turns on the Urza's Tower, but I should probably just get another Cloudpost. A little worried about not having a green card to pitch the Force of Vigor or a second Forest, But we do have a lot of outs towards that, right? Just drawing another green card naturally, or another Myco Spawn could give me Forest number 2. Oh, did it not make a second land drop? That's... well, fuck me. Does Vesova, through a basic, work through Moon Effects? I don't know. Has the pre-modern thing already happened there in Madison? It did a couple weeks ago with Ask No Head. I missed it. I was sick. I was ill. It was the same weekend as the feeder weekend for the Cube tournaments here. So I ended up missing the second and third day of the feeder weekend. The third day got canceled anyway. And I missed pre-modern. And I missed a buddy's local like Cube event thing. Very unfortunate weekend to get ill. There's always something, though, right? There's always something. No, I definitely missed a second land drop, right? Because I would have gone... it was Exploration land drop, turn 1. And then turn 2, if I played 2 land drops and get one with a Myco Spawn. It means I should have one more land in play. Whoever said that I missed a land drop was right. Well, we can dismember a Rabble Master. Yeah, I think I should have dismembered. How much damage is this? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Obviously should have done this before. They made a 1-1, right? If I lose by a single damage, y'all can yell at me. I almost didn't do it because then I could be able to Force of Vigor the Blood Moon. But then I realized I wouldn't be doing this anyway. Oh, wait, what does Promised End cost? 11? Is that better than Ulamog? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna have 8 mana on my next turn. If I Force of Vigor my own enchantment, I would be adding a type to the graveyard. $13-mana Oracle only cares about our graveyard, NRW. So it'd be hitting our exploration. Otherwise, hitting Blood Moon is already doing that, right? Oh, no, this works, because the Eye of Ugin reduces the cost by 2. I forgot about that for a second. Appreciate y'all chilling, letting me figure it out. Yeah, I counted it out, and I was like, that's only 9. And then I was like, is it better to Force a Vigor on my turn, on their turn? I could pitch cast on their turn, activate Eye of Ugin again. Then I was like, wait a minute. I started doing the math for another Eldrazi and was counting Eye of Ugin's -2, and I was like, hey, hold on. Yeah, most of these lists are not playing 2 forests. They're playing, like, 1. They're also not trying to play exploration and stuff. Next turn we can crop rotation, go get the fancy land that's all the types, and then Tower will tap for 3. Cloudpost will tap for 4 each. Or do I need to get Glimmerpost? I should think about this. So I get the fancy land, and then I've got 3, 4, 5, plus 5 plus 12. 5 plus 12 is 17. -7 for Eye of Ugin. I could Emrakul their turn, if I counted right. Just get Karakas and replay Ulamog. I kind of like the Emrakul plan. Oh shit, what up? Hey, RB Lee, thanks for 37 months. I'm gonna make sure that I fucking counted it right, though. Yeah, 3 times 4 is 12. Plus another 5. 17. Eye of Ugin makes it 19. -7 is 12. Yeah, plenty. I wonder if I'm supposed to be mulling hands like this. I do like having this Vexing Bauble on the play, though. It just hits some decks. Tool? What did you call me? Is this going to be the slowest One Ring ever played? Hey, Joe the Thumb, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 73 months. Thinking about whether I should play around Spell Pierce or not, basically. I don't think I've seen a Spell Pierce in a minute. Yeah, going from 0 Cloudpost to multiple is pretty powerful. Don't love the Bowmaster versus my ring plan here. Currently 7 mana available. I just draw through the Bowmasters anyway, right? It sounds right to me. I think I'm just going to get another Cloudpost. Now next turn I can Ulamog and One Ring. That seems solid. If Cloudpost gets Wastelanded, we only have 9 mana. Now I kind of wish I've gotten Ivugan earlier. Or that my trigger at Exiled Bowmaster here. Ooh, a Glimmer Post. That is a lot of life gain. You don't think they're on Wastelands? Gotcha. How much Grixis does this person play? Everyone seems to know who James is. I'm starting to understand why James is known as Grixis guy. This might be more finishes than I've played any deck. Doomsday once, and I didn't look at it. It could just be Grixis control that got mislabeled. Six, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Seems like enough to me. Yeah, I want Veil of Summers for discard on top of counters. Maybe I don't need the full 4. Being able to crop rotation safely is so big. It's so huge. I guess I don't need this Emrakul the Promised End, but I want it! Should you quit your job and dedicate yourself to painting figurines? That is a you question, Commander Door. It sounds like you really enjoy painting figurines, though. If I win this game, you'll do it? Oh, no. I feel like you've added a lot of pressure to me. This is a very serious, life-altering decision you're considering. I've liked Exploration a lot, but I'm going to shave one. Yeah, stock lists don't play at Daniel Talk Thigh. I've just been experimenting with it in this league. So far, really dug it. Really dug the exploration. Even though I didn't play it out this game. Your two-landers specifically, it starts to look awkward. We're going to draw now. Sleep when it doesn't draw in with, or can't play an orc in response. Okay. That Planar Nexus is a sick rip. And the exploration allows me to Planar Nexus plus tower this turn. So the amount of mana, the big burst of mana that I have here, pretty sweet. And then we still had Veil of Summer covering us. Looks like a mole to me. Although you can play out the Ayabugan and then just cycle the Kozilek's Command. And Mycospawn only costs 2 mana. Yeah, maybe this is a hand. Should I try it? Let's experiment. Let's try it. Urza's Tower, eh? What kind of freak? Sorry, just thinking. Possible I was supposed to grab a forest there, so I'd for sure have the green for this Mycospawn. You got it, friend. Oh, Kozilek's Command doesn't work, right? Because it costs 2 less, but it still requires the base 2, right? I think I might have completely fucked this up. That's what I think. But this is a good spot for that to happen. To just completely butcher my hand. For whatever reason, I thought you could play Kozilek's Command for free with an Ayabugan in play, but I think I was wrong. I'll try it on the end of turn, but I think I was wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I may have fucked up. Yeah, I shouldn't have kept the hand with Ayabugan not working with Kozilek's Command. We can just scoop. It works with Kozilek's Command, but only the X, not the double star. What we're looking to do in this matchup is get a fast Mycospawn kicked, ideally kicked, getting Wasteland and one of their lands. Those are going to be my absolute best draws. Flutes are going to name Karn, because I'm not playing any Karn. Or, I mean, it could name the One Ring if they've got one and I don't have one. And then I guess I leave in a Vexing Bauble or something. Bog's bad. I have 59 cards here. I am not at the luxury of cutting Bojuka Bog. Huh. Vigor doesn't hit anything. The only thing is the One Ring or like things that Karn can grab. So ideally they lead on Cloudpost and then we Vesuva the Cloudpost, but you can lead on Wasteland, but then they're like playing around the Wasteland. It's a bit of an issue. They do have the Cloudpost. And then I drew my own anyway. I'm just going to wasteland them then. Damn, they had a backup. They had a spare. Now they're ahead of me. Note that Cloudpost taps for everybody's. So this is like disastrous here. We both naturally had our wasteland. Amazing. Yeah, disastrous to let them untap with it first. Kind of looks like they want a Myco spawn. Cloudpost is fucked up. It's like, and it's like fucked up in the same way that Priest of Titania is, where it counts your opponents. Makes the mirrors pretty weird. It is a lot of mana. Could copy their Ayavugan. I think I'm supposed to copy Cloudpost, though, and then just have a really sick Kozilek's command here. And if I copy a Cloudpost, then I'm, like, getting +3 mana for Kozilek's command. If I copy Ayavugan, I'm getting +2. Actually, how much mana do I have if I Ayavugan? Oh, it enters tapped, though. Vesuva enters tapped, yeah. Copying Eye doesn't work that well. Hey, K416, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 37 months. 4, 5, 6. This feels like in 22 cards I should find an Eldrazi, right? That's like half my deck here. 20 cards, but there's an Emrakul. Nice ring, friend. Sick, eh? This is all much nicer if I play well. Yeah, well, I'm doing my best here, Partaboos. I'm doing my best. not all games are the same. Thinking about Once Upon a Timing right now. If I find Wasteland or Cloudpost, that might change my line. It's an interesting liquid metal coating they've got. I'm just wondering how they plan on casting it. Turn 2 kicked? Why not? Why not? It's in the overlay exploited, or you can follow that link to my Moxfield decks. So we can't kick Mycospawn now, but we can go tutor up another Cloudpost. And that's pretty good. Means I don't get completely ranched by that wasteland. Yeah, I cut Echoing Deeps from my list. Cool to see it being D's here. Sure. Oh, they're hitting both my posts. Sure. Game got kind of fair. I think I'm going to fire off this really shitty Kozilek's Command, where I just play it for 1 here. Try and find the 1 ring or something. You got it, friend. That is an interesting play, in my opinion. So if I crop rotation sacking Bog and get Tower here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. That's a Kozilek's return command for it. It's just not that useful. Running low on Cloudposts. Sick. That's a trophy, folks. That's a trophy. Not bad. I actually had a blast playing this deck. I didn't face a Scam once the entire league, is worth noting. We faced Grixis Control, a Ramp Mirror, some other decks. Wait, did we face Mono Black Reanimator? I feel like we might have done that. That's like kind of scamish. That looks so fun. It was fun, yeah. I feel like I should probably play this deck, at Gen Con. Maybe fire off a bullet with this deck and then switch over to Scam and then switch back to this deck, like switch it up. I do have Scam together as well.